At this point, we'll move right into the Valedictorian's address. This year, our Valedictorian is Henry Stoldt. As Henry makes his way forward to deliver the Valedictorian address, I would like to say that we are very proud of the graduates of 2013. There are about 250 grads representing both Correlieu and McNaughton secondary schools, and we'd like to acknowledge the accomplishments of each and every graduate as we celebrate with them tonight. Thank you. Henry.
I'm honored to stand here before you today on behalf of Correlieu's class of 2013. A few days ago, I was thinking about zebras. Specifically, about zebras running from one waterhole to another. I thought about the crocodiles they dodged, the thorny bushes they ran through, and that awesome waterhole they finally arrived at. Well, class, our exams have been great crocodiles. The school parking lot has been a heck of a thorny bush, and here we are, after 5 years with our next waterhole, mere steps away. It is said that in a land far, far away, across the plains, there is a river which can supply us with more water than we could ever use. I still remember starting our run to the waterhole 5 years ago at QSS. At the time, the school felt humongous. I had no idea where to go after getting dropped off by my parents and seemed to bump into gigantic grade 12s at every turn. I soon discovered the homeroom, my classes, and my teachers ended up having an awesome year. The next year, as you all know, QSS became QJS, something which, at the time, I didn't like at all, mainly because we weren't permitted to go downtown at lunch anymore. While I hadn't given this matter a lot of thought since grade 9, just the other day, I realized that if our schools hadn't merged, I would never have had the pleasure of attending school with half of the students here today. The merger of our two smaller schools has given this one an amazing breadth and level of talent in its students and competitive teams. Among us here tonight are some great players of all kinds of sports: basketball, soccer, hockey, football, baseball, track and field, etc. But not only do we have some great competitors at our school, we also have some very skilled artists, actors, writers, musicians, academics, woodworkers, metalworkers, mechanics, and volunteers. Together, we have brought home trophies and medals for our school. We have written countless tests and exams, have probably used up a good-sized forest in notepaper, have temporarily redecorated the exterior of Correlieu in order to express our pride in our accomplishments thus far, and we may have even learned a few things along the way. At this point, I would like to thank the great Correlieu staff and teachers who have put up with our shenanigans, have allowed us to leave class early that sunny Friday, and above all, have taught us a few of the things we need to know to succeed now and in the future. I would also like to thank everyone who took time out of their day to help organize extracurricular activities and/or coach a sports team at Correlieu, as well as our friends and family for all their support and for having made our journey thus far as fun and memorable as it was. Now that we've gotten the past over with, let's move on to the future. Each of us here is an individual. We each have our own pattern of black and white stripes on our hides. We have each forged our own paths to this waterhole, and our paths will further diverge in the future. Some of us here tonight will immediately enter into the workforce. Others will attend some form of post-secondary institution, and still others have already started attending post-secondary. Today, let's all give ourselves a huge pat on the back for having made it this far. While the waterhole we're at now is great, we have to remember to keep moving before we are trampled by the next herd. Let us find bigger, fresher, and more satisfying waterholes for ourselves. As we forge our paths, we will undoubtedly encounter many difficulties, none of which are insurmountable with the right mindset. This has been expressed well by Winston Churchill, who once said that the pessimist sees difficulty in every opportunity. The optimist sees the opportunity in every difficulty. So, class of 2013, let's see the opportunities in every difficulty, whatever they may be. Let's cut down those thorny bushes, cage up the crocs, and let's make it all the way to that river. Thank you.
Thank you, Henry.